Welcome to this basketball broadcast brought to you by WHOU and WFKT by Bowers Funeral Home, the County Federal Credit Union, TNT, Northern Maine Community College, Scoville Building Supply, FAP Body, United Insurance, J. McLaughlin Construction, Daigle Oil Company, Priority Auto Sales, Rick Hannigan Plumbing, Cushman & Sons, KBHC, County Ag and Turf, Houlton Tire and Steelstone, Maine Equipment, Griffith Ford, Napa and Coastal Auto Parts, Pat's Pizza, Madigan Home Healthcare, Pioneer Times, Pioneer Broadband, Thompson & Hamill, Aroostook Limousines, Huber Engineered Woods, Jeans Electronics, County Physical Therapy, Katahdin Trust Company, White Smiles, Maine Baseball Academy, S.W. Collins, Nortrax, Herring Brothers. Now let's go down to the floor.
Aroostook Limousines and Ace Rent-A-Car get you there in style. Aroostook Limousines has 8 and 12 passenger limousines and a 20 passenger party bus for evenings out, proms, weddings, birthdays, concerts, whatever the celebration. Travel anywhere in-state. And Ace Rent-A-Car specializes in insurance rentals and has locations in Presque Isle, Houlton, and Patton at Savage Paint and Body. Ace offers everything from compact cars to vans. Ace Rent-A-Car. We do it right and we make it easy. Reach both businesses at 768-7368.
Hello, this is Tony Bowers at Bowers Funeral, and we want to wish good luck to all area basketball teams, boys and girls, as you strive for the gold ball at the end of the season. We are proud to be a part of your communities and our family serving your family since 1900. Good luck, play hard, and above all, be good sportsmen.
Be good for Nana, okay?
I love you. That's not me.
A moment like this is decades in the making. The County Federal Credit Union, partnering with you to achieve financial success so you can enjoy the moments that matter. CountyFCU.org.
County Ag and Turf Supply is at its new home on 7 Dow Siding Road in Caribou, offering the same great service. Randy and Jerry are working hard to supply the county with the best products. They offer Blue Seal Feed, Sentinel, Inspire, and Dynasty and Triple Crown for your equine, Home Fresh Extra Egg and Multi-Flock Pellets, and Crumples and Mealworm for your poultry, Entrust Pet Food for your cat or dog, Minerals for your beef and dairy. They have feed for all your livestock. County Ag and Turf Supply also has wood pellets, lubricants, and of course, Willow the Blue Seal Rabbit on the premises. Stop by County Ag and Turf Supply today.
Want that special item for this year's high school basketball season to show your team support? Cushman & Sons, locally owned and operated in Presque Isle, has team sportswear and will do custom embroidery, screen printing, logo design, digital and printing, as well as banners, decals, and other vinyl works. Cushman & Sons also can design trophies, awards, and add specialty items. Cushman & Sons, 764-3833 or CushmanandSonsInc.com. And don't forget to visit and like their Facebook page. If you can think it, Cushman & Sons will say, yeah, we can do that.
Hi from Jeans, where you'll find better TV and more ways to enjoy it. Get 190 channels for $59.99 a month with Dish. Plus, get a free voice remote on us. And remember, we're also trained Nest Pros and deliver white glove service for all kinds of smart home solutions, like the Google Nest Learning Thermostat or the Google Nest Cam Outdoor, which lets you look after your home from anywhere so you can travel worry-free. So come and visit our newest location on Stillwater in Bangor, or visit us online to find a local store near you.
Don't get flush traded. Get Rick Hannigan Plumbing and Heating to handle all your pipes. Master Plumber Rick is ready to get your pipes back in action. Give Rick a call today at 538-7131 and like him on Facebook.
Scoville Building Supplies may be a little store, but it's a whole lot more. You can find most anything you need at Scoville Building Supplies: plumbing, painting, lumber, windows, or doors. Everything you will need for your construction, remodeling, updating, or building. Call Scoville Building Supplies today at 425-3192.
Out here, builders choose Advantech products to provide a durable base that helps prevent bouncing and warping. So in here, you can enjoy the beauty of luxurious finished floors without worrying about pops, squeaks, or creaks. Because out here, and in here, there's no better sound than the peace and quiet that comes from Advantech products. The flat-out best for a quiet, stiff floor.
Excellence at ground level is what you get with J. McLaughlin Construction in Houlton. Founded in 2012, the company plans the construction of streets, residential areas, and commercial buildings, and they are involved in both public and private projects. Their high-quality work and many years of experience have earned them an excellent reputation and a loyal client base. Regardless of whether you need a detailed plan for a building or would like to build a road, J. McLaughlin Construction is your reliable partner for all your engineering needs. Call J. McLaughlin Construction at 532-6335 or 694-2546.
Bradbury puts up a three. It's in and out. Rebound taken away by now Pryor. Tried to throw it off Calnan and was unable to do so. So, Houlton will get the ball back. Here's Gentle. Swings it around. Jaron Gentle back to Keegan. From the foul line, finds Solomon in the corner. Isaiah Gentle just into the game. Puts up a three, no good. Tries to follow a shot. Stetson, though, comes away with the board. Panthers look to make a push. Bradbury has a baseline cut off. Now it's in the hands of Thomas. Back to Stetson. Coach Woodworth decides to change up plays. Trying to find a mismatch inside. Calnan comes around in the front, makes a steal. And a traveling violation is going to be called as Houlton thought they had a fast break layup on the other side.
6-2. 6-2 Houlton right now, and ball goes back to CA.
So, here's Bradbury at midcourt. Gets the ball Pryor, gets by his man, puts up a floater in the lane, no good. He's going to get his own board. Another opportunity here for Central Aroostook. Nicholas gets by Gentle into the lane. Kicks out, and a shot's going to be up and in. Pryor able to get the hoop. Second field goal of the game for the Panthers. Makes it 6-4. Houlton with the lead and the ball.
It's a great cut by Ethan Pryor there for a nice layup.
Houlton trying to move the ball against this zone. Keegan Gentle again finds Isaiah Gentle. Can't get the three to go, and crashing in on the weak side was Jaron Gentle, but he made contact to come up with the ball. He's going to be called for the foul. That's going to be just the first foul against Jaron Gentle, and just the first foul of the game. Houlton again, though, is going to put some pressure on. Nicholas finds Thomas. The trap immediately happens. Gentle's going to make a steal. Bradbury's going to get back to contest. Gentle can't get it to go. Isaiah Gentle, though, is going to keep it alive. His tip won't go. Rebound out to his cousin, Jaron Gentle, and he finds it from downtown again. His second three of the game, 9-4 Shires.
And that was a great play by Isaiah Gentle to keep the play alive on tipping the ball and then finding his cousin there for a wide open three in the corner.
Each of Houlton's field goals have been from beyond the arc. On the other end, Carville lines one up, and he had a toe on the line. That's a long two. 9-6 now, Shires.
And right there was just CA's ball movement to find that open shooter in the corner.
2:45 remaining here in the first quarter. Keegan Gentle against Bradbury, two of the better players in Aroostook County. Cam Calnan draws a crowd, kicks it out. Isaiah Gentle goes baseline. Nowhere to go, though, as the rim kind of acted like a sixth defender. Central Aroostook with it. Pryor gets it over midcourt, finds Stetson. He's going to look to drive, but hand check violation is going to go against Houlton. That'll be Caleb Solomon picking up his first personal foul. That'll give a chance for Drew Foley to check back into the game. Keegan Gentle will earn a rest.
And, you know, with the pace that's going on right now, it's going to be good. You're going to start seeing Coach Brewer at this point, this is quarter, subbing in kids quickly here to give them a quick breather.
Here's Nicholas, guarded by Jaron Gentle. Finds Pryor. Calnan lost his man. Pryor had a decent-looking shot. Was off balance. Panthers will keep possession. Pryor gets his man in the air. Got the hoop in the arm. Good up fake by Ethan Pryor. He's got a chance to tie the game up here with a made free throw.
You know, it was another 50-50 ball situation there, which CA was seeing right now in the first quarter. Come up with all those 50-50 balls that led to Pride being open underneath and in the end one with a good pump fake.
Belmain will check into the game here for the Panthers. Free throw is going to be up and no good, but right there is Bradbury. Second chance opportunity is going to give Central Aroostook a 10-9 lead, their first lead since the first 2 points of the game. Keegan Gentle tries to take that lead back. His three-pointer was well off the mark. Rebound taken away by the Panthers. Bradbury goes through his legs once, twice, tries to get by his man, elevates, kisses it off the glass and in. Central Aroostook on a run. It's a 12-9 lead with a minute and a half left to go here in the opening quarter. The Panthers looking good. And now a turnover. Pryor comes up with it. Stolen away from Hunter Sennett. Stolen right back though by Houlton. No breaks in the action. Keegan Gentle's going to take it, and he's going to be called for the player control foul. As I say, it's going to be Carvel with position in underneath.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things. We, again, the up-tempo pace here, got a little helter-skelter for both teams there, and Keegan went in, and the CA kid was able to slide his feet and get his feet set to take that charge.
Callahan nearly came up with a steal. Central Aroostook's going to keep possession as Callahan touched it last out of bounds. You wouldn't necessarily know by the score, John, because it is 12-9, Central Aroostook with the lead, but it has been a frantic pace.
Yes.
Just a number of missed shots and some turnovers, but end-to-end action, no doubt about that.
And right now, CA is doing what they want to do, what we talked about in the pregame show, of keeping their intensity going and you know, getting after those 50-50 balls right there.
Give and go between Keegan Gentle and Caleb Solomon results in a Gentle layup.
And right there, you know, Holt was able to force a turnover, which led to a 2-on-1 fast break.
Under a minute remains here in the first quarter. Central Aroostook took the ball, leading by 1. It's 12-11. Good uptake by Carver. Goes over his man. 14-11 Panthers. Solomon guarded beyond the arc by Thomas. He's going to let it fly from downtown. His shot's a bit strong. Rebound taken away by Pryor. Kicks out, finds Stetson. Under 30 seconds on the clock. Pryor. Thomas lines one up. Buries it. The Panthers have taken a 6-point lead at 17-11. See if Holt decides to hold for the last shot of the first quarter.
And that was a great shot by Thomas. He just caught it, just went straight up, no hesitation, and usually when you go straight up with it, it's going to go in.
Gentle in the lane, a little contact, no whistle. He gets the putback on second chance, and that is going to end it here for the first quarter. A fast-paced first quarter results in Central Aroostook with a 4-point lead. Score 17-13. Don't go too far. Back in 1 minute on WHOU.
TheCounty.me, your source for countywide sports, including scores and highlights from the greater Houlton, Presque Isle, and Caribou regions. We also are the source for all the latest daily news and community happenings for readers of the Houlton Pioneer Times, the Star Herald, and the Aroostook Republican and News coverage area. Visit us now on the web at TheCounty.me.
Katahdin Valley Health Center, or KVHC, is a network of 6 community health centers dedicated to providing affordable, comprehensive, and high-quality care to people of all ages and incomes. We accept all patients and insurances, including those who are uninsured or on main care. Our committed patient care team is here for you, offering an extensive range of services to provide you with quality health care. We're creating healthy communities starting with you. Call or visit our website today.
We are back from Alumni Gymnasium, getting ready for quarter number 2 here on WHOU at Central Aroostook with a 4-point lead, 17-13 over Houlton. Central Aroostook looking good in that first quarter, John.
Yeah, you know, they had the pace that they wanted, and, you know, they were very good as far as handling the pressure from Houlton, and they were working at a lot of extra possessions and led to them getting this nice 4-point lead here to start the second.
For the Shires, Jaron Gentle with the ball. Kicks it out, Keegan Gentle. Straight away, gets a 3 to go. Gets his team back within a point. 17-16, Panthers with the lead and the ball. Pryor establishes himself over midcourt. Finds Bradbury. Bradbury guarded by Jaron Gentle. Panther fans wanted a foul. Thomas thought about it. Goes to Stetson, and a hand check is going to be called. And that's going to go against Cam Callahan. That's going to be his second personal, John.
Yes, it is. Right now, it's 5-0 as far as the fouls go in favor of CA, with Houlton getting himself in a little bit of foul trouble here, but it's going at the pace that CA wants.
Here is Thomas. Out. Stetson. Bradbury. Up fake. Got by his man. Floater in the lane. No good. Once again, though, another offensive board for Bradbury. Gives his team another opportunity. Doesn't pay off as Thomas misses the three. Holt looking to go right back the other way. Nice pull-up shot by Isaiah Gentle. Couldn't get it to go. Foley's putback won't go. Rebound by Carver. Back they go the other way. Bradbury. Height advantage against Gentle. Now it's Pryor. Central Aroostook a little bit more patient on this possession as Bradbury gets into the lane. Got by his man, laid it up and in. Braden Bradbury having a nice first half. It's 19-16.
A nice strong move to the basket there from Mr. Bradbury.
Keegan Gentle finds Jaron Gentle. He'll let it fly from downtown. No good. Rebound taken away by Pryor. Chance for the Panthers to add to this three-point advantage. 6:08 remaining here in the first half of play. It's Pryor to Nicholas. Back to Pryor. Shot's going to be off the mark as Carvel could not get the shot to fall, but Central Aroostook will keep possession. John, for some of our viewers and listeners, they may have missed some of the early action as we were having some audio difficulties that have since been straightened out, but we talked about in the pregame show, Central Aroostook wanted to get this game in an up and down pace, and certainly that's been the case here so far.
Oh, yes, it has. They're playing at their pace right now. Got a jump ball.
The arrow will keep the ball with the Panthers.
Yeah, so Central Aroostook is playing at their pace right now, which is, getting it up and down. They've been handling the ball pressure that Houlton likes to apply very well and getting a lot of extra possessions as well, too.
We're going to see Malachi Fitzherbert check into the game here for Central Aroostook. Drew Belmain back into the game after a few minutes earlier, and a traveling violation is going to be called. That'll give the ball back to Houlton. 5:34 remaining here in the second period. It's also time for the injury report brought to you by County Physical Therapy. Whether you're back to sports, back to work, or simply back to living your life, County Physical Therapy can help. Visit one of their 5 convenient locations or online at countypt.com as we've got a whistle and another
jump ball.
tie-up. Yep. Holt will keep possession. And John, as we have been for the most part this year, pretty happy to report that limited injuries. No team coming in so far with any significant injuries in this early part of the season.
Yes, and it's great to see that all the kids have been healthy so far and been able to play the games they love here this winter.
Hunter Sennett with it. Finds Jaron Gentle off the inbound play. No good. Callahan tipped it out. Houlton's going to have another possession. Colin Moody, who checked into the game, lets it fly. The lefty's three was too long. Central Aroostook with the rebound.
Now, one thing I've noticed here tonight, what Tim Brewer's doing with his rotation, he's gone a little bit deeper earlier in this game than he did in the last couple of games that he had when Hunter Sennett and Colin Moody in here playing right now, and they're working well for Houlton.
How about that circus shot on the other end as Carvel?
Yes.
Not even sure if he could see the hoop. He tried to turn around, but he let it fly, put some English on it, and kissed it off the backboard. Moody misses another one from downtown. Houlton settling for a lot of outside shots, and they haven't been falling at the pace that they'd like as Fitzherbert uses the up and under move, can't get the layup to go. Back to go the other way. Callahan finds Jaron Gentle. His layup hangs on the rim, won't go. Outlet pass as Bradbury, just a little too long for Fitzherbert. Houlton's going to try to take advantage. They got numbers as Keegan Gentle gets into the lane. Some contact, gets the shot to go, and he drew the foul. Keegan can draw his team to within 2 with a made free throw here. 4:13 remaining in the first half. It's 21-18. And lots of players getting ready to check in. Thomas and Pryor back in. Solomon Foley and Isaiah Gentle all back into the game. So both coaches recognizing the pace in this one and some young men holding on to the ends of their shorts. showing the coaches they might be a little bit tired. It's
Yeah,
still early in the
it's-
season. Conditioning's not exactly where you want it to be come February.
Yes, and it's good for both teams here to see what they have for depth. And as we get later on in the season, you're going to need those depths in some of the bigger games that come up, and later in January and in February.
In the action, Keegan Gentle made the free throw, draws his team to within 2. It's 21-19 as the kick ball by Hunter Sennett will hit the ceiling. That's going to give the ball back over to Central Aroostook, or keep it with the Panthers, I should say, as Bradbury checks back into the game. Malachi Fitzherbert will check out. Central Aroostook with the inbounds play along their baseline. Get the ball in. Nicholas nearly turned it over. Got the ball to Thomas. Now Pryor lets one fly. That three no good. Carville, though, gets by his man, lays it up and in. He just blew by Jaron Gentle. You don't say that too often, but Carville found himself open. It's a 4-point lead for Central Aroostook, 23-19.
We sort of mentioned it a little bit earlier. Houlton's got to try to get the ball to the high post or down into the short corner right now against the zone. They're settling for a lot of outside shots, where on the other hand, CA is working hard and getting the ball down low and getting some easier baskets.
And credit Coach Jason Woodworth for his game plan, as he wanted to allow the Shires to shoot from the outside against this zone. He's almost daring Houlton to shoot. And so far, Houlton's been able to make a few threes, but outside of that, not really much going to the hoop. Thomas along the baseline, uses up his dribble, needs help, finds Bradbury. Starts to drive towards his left, goes back right. He's met by Foley. The block, Bradbury stays with it. And while he can't get the putback to go, he's going to have 2 free throws coming his way. Bradbury is what you define, John, as being country strong, right?
Yes.
I know you work with a lot of kids as coach of the football team here in Houlton, getting in the weight room. And I couldn't tell you whether or not Braden's ever lifted a weight, but I know he's lifted some hay bales and potato barrels and all those sorts of things.
And, you look at that play that he just made right there, he had a big kid, a big physical kid, Drew Foley on him, and he went right through and took the contact as well, too.
He's also pretty tenacious in trying to fight for second opportunities, as he made 1 of 2 free throws there. So it's a 5-point lead for the Panthers, 24-19. Houlton trying to go inside to Solomon. He was immediately double teamed, so Houlton kicks it back out. Gentle finds Isaiah Gentle. He lets it fly from downtown. No good. Rebound taken away by the Panthers. There is Bradbury. Goes between his legs. Gets by his man in traffic. Puts up a shot. No good. Pryor had a putback. Now he's got it and puts it up and in. Ethan Pryor gets the shot to go. Largest lead of the game here for Central Aroostook. It's a 7-point lead, 26-19, and a turnover as Houlton just out of sync.
Yeah, right now they just look a little bit flustered. They just need to get it settled down and, again, get back to work on the defensive end here and just get one possession at a time. But again, CA's doing a good job handling this pressure.
And it's safe to say that so far here on Ugly Sweater Night, sometimes Houlton's offense has matched the look of the sweater as a turnaround move. Bradbury gets the shot to fall in the lane. A 9-point lead here for Central Aroostook.
Great strong move by Bradbury there.
28-19. Keegan Gentle again from beyond the arc. That's a fly, no good. And again, it's Bradbury on the boards. And a player control foul is going to be called against Bradbury as he lowered the shoulder. Caleb Solomon right there in good position. Nods his head and said, yep, that's right, I did do it. No argument from him. Good position by Solomon. Herbert tried to get up to the table, but the ball had already been handed in play, so he'll have to wait there. 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Central Aroostook with a 9-point advantage. Isaiah Gentle. Foley. Again, everything around the perimeter here for Houlton, unable to penetrate this 2-3 defense. And again, a turnover here for Houlton. Keegan Gentle tried to find Isaiah Gentle, and the ball sailed through his hands. And Coach Jason Woodworth wants to take all of the momentum he can here into the locker room. He calls a timeout. Minute 44 remaining here in the first half. 9-point lead for Central Aroostook. Back in a minute on WHOU.
Madigan Healthcare Services provides a continuum of healthcare, from skilled nursing facility, rehab therapy, to home health care.
After 5 days in the hospital, they suggested that I come to the Madigan. The level of care, the service, The respect that they showed me, even the aftercare, everything about it was really excellent, and I feel healthy. So the services that I've received at the Madigan have enabled me to get back to those things that I've really loved to do.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car. You could also light a pile of money on fire. Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
Dad, where are you going?
Welcome back here on WHOU. We are broadcasting from Alumni Gymnasium. Minute 44 remains here in the first half. It's a 28-19 lead. Central Aroostook Panthers coming to Houlton. So far, they've had their way with the Shires.
Yeah, no, Central Aroostook's working really hard on both ends of the floor. You know, they're getting to the 50-50 ball. They've got a ton of offensive rebounds here in this first half that's helped build up the lead that they have.
Pryor kicks the ball out. Bradbury now. Fitzherbert guarded by Foley. Bradbury wants to try to get by Gentle. Gentle cuts off his path to the hoop. The Panthers will look to reset. John, what do you think Coach Woodworth talked about in that timeout as his team's got the 9-point lead?
You know, just keep doing what you're doing right now, guys. You know, you have confidence in your game. Keep driving to the basket. Let's look for the best opportunity that we can get and just keep working like they've been doing this first half. They're controlling the pace.
Decent opportunity for Pryor, but he couldn't get the short shot to go. On the other end, going to be Houlton settling for another three. Can't get it to go. Right there for the putback goes Caleb Solomon. Gets Houlton back within 7. It's 28-21. Bradbury looks to break some pressure. Finds Nicholas. Back to Bradbury. Here's Thomas. 40 seconds now left on the clock in the first half. Fitzherbert. Beyond the arc, uses up his dribble, needs help. 25 seconds now left as Bradbury spins, pivots, needs help. Finds Thomas. Thomas will let it fly from downtown. Nothing but net. Double-digit lead, 31-21, Central Aroostook. Under 10 seconds.
That's a big shot right there.
Foul by Bradbury.
A big shot by Thomas here underneath the half here to get this up to a 10-point lead. But we still got about 5.5 seconds left here. See what Houlton will be able to do to close out the half.
And that's not what Coach Woodworth wanted to see with those 5.5 seconds left as Bradbury picked up his second personal. So far he's been the best player for either team. As Keegan Gentle is going to travel before he can get the shot off. Right in front of the official, shuffled his feet. That's going to give Central Aroostook 2 seconds to try to get the final shot here of the half. Houlton's going to load up with some pressure. Solomon guarding the inbound. Comes in at Thomas. He's going to have a crack at it, and they're going to say he traveled. With 0.1 second left, so it can only be a tip at this point. Because Houlton probably will just look to inbound it and go back into the locker room and try to regroup, as so far it's been a buzzsaw the first half. Central Aroostook with the 31-21 lead going into the half. And John, this crowd seems a little bit stunned, to be honest with you.
Yes, and you know, it is a little bit of a surprise score here to be Houlton being down by 10, but you got to give the credit here to the Central Aroostook. They came in here, they played hard to start from the beginning. They've sort of set the pace of the game, and we're going at the pace that they want.
They sure have. Well, don't go too far. Coming up, we're going to have the Katahdin Trust Company halftime show. We're going to take a 2-minute break. When we come back, we will talk to one of the Lady Shires players, Rebecca Howe, back in 2 minutes on WHOU.
Get a jump on your future by exploring your possibilities at Northern Maine Community College. The team of faculty and staff at NMCC will position you for a lifetime of success. With over 35 degree and certificate programs, including our newest offerings in water treatment technology, you will be amazed at how quickly your new skills will open a world of opportunity. Visit us online today at nmcc.edu. Northern Maine Community College. Succeed here.
Nortrax is your John Deere construction and forestry equipment dealer for the entire state of Maine. We stand ready to serve all your new and used heavy equipment needs. Count on Nortrax for 24-hour parts and service support and around-the-clock machine monitoring with JD Link. Our certified technicians and parts specialists alongside our product support technology reps are here to serve you. We stand ready as your John Deere construction and forestry equipment team in Maine.
Pioneer Fiber to the Home is now available in Houlton, Sherman, Stacyville, CAHS, and Baileyville. Streaming live events in high definition like high school basketball is best viewed with the most stable and fastest connections. Pioneer Broadband delivers state-of-the-art fiber directly into your home to handle all of your most demanding internet needs. Don't get left behind with slower technology. Get the fiber you need, Pioneer Broadband.
Welcome back here on WHOU as we are at halftime from Alumni Gymnasium. It is the Central Aroostook Panthers 31-21 lead at the half. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I am joined here at the half by Rebecca Howe, and Rebecca is one of the players on this Houlton Shires team and having a lot of fun here tonight celebrating Ugly Sweater Night. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. Rebecca, first of all, thank you for coming over and spending a few minutes.
Yeah, thank you.
And let's talk a little bit about your season so far. 2-2 on the season. You got a win last night at Central Aroostook. You picked up a win in the first game of the season against MDI right here at home. Dropped a game down to Herman, dropped a game in Presque Isle. But overall, how do you feel the season's going so far for your team moving up to Class B this season?
I think it's been a struggle just getting used to the fast tempo of Class B, but I think overall we're doing a pretty good job at adjusting, and I mean, we're a lot more supportive than we have been in the past of each other, and I think that once we get a couple more games under our belt, we'll be a little more comfortable.
Talk a little bit about that, because last year your team was in Class C, I should say your freshman and sophomore year. Now this year you're a junior, and it seems like sometimes in Class C and maybe Class D, things are opening up a little bit more. Maybe the players don't have quite as much the same size, physicality might be less. Oftentimes, maybe some more quickness and some good shooting. Are you recognizing that sort of thing? What's been the biggest difference?
Yeah, we've seen a lot more of a lot more taller people, bigger bodies to deal with, and we've seen a lot more physicality than I thought we would.
Let's talk specifically about last night's game. Your team went up to Central Aroostook and just kind of a flip-flop of this game, a mirror image of this game, and took on the Lady Panthers. You guys were able to come out with a win. What are some of the things that went right in that ball game?
We were really working on our defense. We've been working on rotations and our press, and we've, in practices, really been trying to nail down those certain spots and where we're supposed to be. And I think we executed it a lot better in that game last night.
Now, Rebecca, you also are a standout soccer player for the Lady Shires team. This year you guys were able to make it to a Northern Maine championship game. Talk about that, the season and kind of your role on the team.
I mean, I think it was really fun, and it felt so good to accomplish something as good as that. And my role on the team, I'm just there. I'm a defender. I'm right at the top, and I like to, it's kind of fun to play together, and our team was more intact this past season, and I think that we were just more ready for what we were about to face.
And regardless of the sport, because you're also a softball player, you were a freshman and a sophomore, now you're a junior, so you got to expect that as far as leadership goes, you're going to be expected to try to elevate that a little bit. How has your role changed as you get older?
It's like a complete 180. You go from being the one that's listening and the one that's asking questions to being the one that's being asked, and you have to be able to show everybody, like you have to know everything, not just one spot. You have to know everywhere to be able to help the team as a whole.
Now, some of the success you've had also comes with some of your family roots. You have a close-knit family. Becca, your mom was a state champion as an athlete. Your brother Daniel won a state championship back in 2014 on the undefeated team coached by Rob Moran, and you won a state championship in 2017. So I guess what I'm trying to ask is, it seems like a lot of people have one championship. Do you need to try to get one in one of the sports in your last 2 years here to have those final bragging rights?
Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to try to get at least one more. I think it would be really good around the dinner table to be able to say, hey, I got two.
And you're very tight with your cousin Emma, almost more like sisters even.
Yeah, she's my best friend.
She's got a lot of opportunity, Rebecca, to try to build up that resume.
I know, and that scares me, but I'm hoping we can get one together.
There you go. That would be nice. Last thing I'll ask you about real quickly, they probably can't see it on the camera as close as you and I sit to it, but you got some pretty funky pants on. It's ugly sweater night here. Talk about how that idea came about, and it's kind of neat to see the student body here with all the camaraderie.
Well, a couple girls on the team and I were just we were hanging out. We were saying how cool it would be if we could, bring something that other teams don't, like other groups and spectators. And I think we have a good overall crowd that's able to work with us and wear their ugly sweaters too. It's just kind of fun. It makes it more fun. And being on the court, it's a lot, it's really fun to see the people around you getting hyped up and really cheering you on and wanting you to do good things.
And I know that Coach Jason Woodward did similar things with his team on the season, and they did it last night up to Central Aroostook, and you talked about it. So I think both teams getting in on the festivities, lots of fun. As it is that time of year, everybody should be celebrating.
Yeah.
Becca, thank you for coming over, spending a couple minutes. Good luck tomorrow night. You're going to take on Caribou, and good luck with the rest of your season.
Thank you.
Well, we're going to go ahead and send it back to the station. We will take a 1-minute break. When we come back, we'll talk about first half score and get ready for the second half. Back in 60 seconds on WHOU.
This is Ben Adams from Priority Auto Sales. Listen, I know you've been seeing a lot of these orange plates around town lately, and trust me, I'm not just paying people to drive around in our vehicles all day. Every day we're selling cars, trucks, and SUVs. Why? It's simple. Discounted prices up front, great selection, and low pressure sales. We're simply not playing the games. We really are creating a new way to shop for a used vehicle. Check us out at yourpriorityauto.com and like us on Facebook. Priority Auto Sales, Route 1 in Houlton.
The S.W. Collins Company is the only Makita Pro Center in Maine, which means we have access to all the latest tools that Makita has to offer. Our factory-trained employees are ready to make sure that you have the right tool for any project. With over 180 tools, Makita has the largest cordless offering with a single battery platform in the industry. And don't forget, we are also a Makita authorized service dealer. For sales, service, and the largest selection of quality Makita tools, go where the builders go, the S.W. Collins Company.
Welcome back here to Alumni Gymnasium, getting ready to kick off the second half. It's Central Aroostook leading Houlton 31-21. A 10-point lead for the Panthers, the biggest of the game. John, why don't you go ahead and run down through some of the first half scoring?
Right now for Central Aroostook, they've got 31 points at halftime. They're led by Braden Bradbury, who has 9. Jacob Carvel has 8. Ethan Pryor has 8, and Josh Thomas has 6. So they're pretty balanced with their 4 scorers here throughout the game. For Houlton's 21 points here at halftime, they're led, of course, by Keegan Gentle with 13. Jaron Gentle has 6, and Caleb Solomon has 2 right now. As we're looking at it, CAHS has the pace that they wanted to have for the first half here. They were really able to push the tempo. They were winning those 50-50 balls and getting a ton of offensive rebounds here for the first half of the game. So one thing that you're probably looking at, I'm sure Coach Brewer worked with them on, is make sure we limited Central Aroostook to one shot each possession to try to get out and run, so they don't have time to set up in that 2-3 zone.
Yeah, no question about the fact that so far Central Aroostook's not only playing harder, but they're playing smarter. Houlton has settled for a ton of shots around the perimeter that just aren't falling, and meanwhile for the Panthers, they're getting a lot of hoops off of hard work, interior shots, and high percentage shots. That's why they've got the 10-point advantage. It's going to be the Panthers starting the second half with the basketballs. Nicholas is guarded by Jaron Gentle. See Hunter Sennett coming out of the locker room here in the lineup. If Coach Brewer's looking to switch things up with him, trying to get some more energy in the lineup. Bradbury kicks it out. Carvel goes to Bradbury. Little room along the baseline, finds space. They're going to say he traveled on the step to remove.
You know, that's sort of the start that Houlton wanted, to get a stop here in this opening possession, and now they get the ball and see what they can do with it.
Central Aroostook will settle back into the zone as Keegan Gentle is now in the corner. Houlton looking to move the ball quickly. Jaron Gentle to Keegan Gentle. Takes it, lays it up and in off the glass. Didn't have much of an angle, John, but he created one once he elevated.
And again, it was a good ball movement into the zone when they got into the short corner where Keegan was able to convert that into a layup.
31-23 is the score. The Panthers with an 8-point lead. Carvel puts up a shot, no good right there. Again, no offensive board. Ethan Pryor would hustle play for Central Aroostook. If there were Bobby points being given out tonight, John, there'd be an awful lot of them so far on the Central Aroostook side.
Yes, they're working very hard there, you know, to get those extra shots.
Keegan Gentle with a rebound, long outlet, finds Jaron Gentle, takes it, lays it up and in. Credit Josh Thomas for getting back, but unable to break that play up. Houlton back to within 6.
And Houlton here with a good start. You know, they got 2 stops. As we talked about coming out of the half, they're looking to sort of speed up the pace of the game with that nice off defensive rebound by Keegan and a nice outlet with Jaron running for an easy layup.
And it's going to be Caleb Solomon picking up the fouls. He was trying to come around Ethan Pryor to prevent the interior pass. So, first foul of the second half. Second foul for Solomon. Carvel's going to look to inbounds. He'll find Bradbury. Bradbury needs help. Finds Pryor working against Keegan Gentle. Here's Thomas. Sees a screen from Nicholas. Uses it. Back to Nicholas. Central Aroostook being patient. Bradbury decides to reset things. Bradbury. Handoff. Nicholas. Left-handed dribble in the lane. Stolen away by Jaron Gentle. Jaron finds Cam Callahan. Good fast break for the Shires. And 6 points straight scored here for Houlton. They've got all 6 here to start the second half.
So it looks like whatever Coach Brewer talked to them about at halftime, they're coming out and they're able to execute it here.
Perhaps a little more fire in their bellies. Central Aroostook still working hard, but Houlton now maybe matching that intensity. Bradbury in the lane. 2-3 defenders. Nearly threw it away. Good hustle play by Pryor to keep it alive. Pryor in the lane, and player control foul against Pryor. Jaron Gentle standing in, taking the contact.
Again, a good move by Jaron there to slide his feet and to get himself in position to take on that charge.
And we're going to have a timeout taken here by Coach Jason Woodworth as he wants to try to kill the momentum. Houlton coming out of the locker room scoring 6 straight. They're back to within 4. We'll be back in 30 seconds on WHOU.
It's never too early to start planning for your future, whether that means protecting your family with life insurance, college planning, or starting to save for retirement. I want to help you get started.
Regardless of your age, it's important to start planning for your financial future now. And as you inch closer to retirement, it's important for you to protect your assets, your retirement income, and your family.
Thompson Hamel has many tools available to help you chart your course on your financial roadmap. Thompson Hamel, LLC. Your family, your future.
Tim Tweedy, John Solomon here from Alumni Gymnasium, joined by Lori Susi on the camera. It was a 10-point lead for Central Aroostook at halftime. Houlton has cut it down to a 4-point game, 31-27, and the Shires have the basketball. Hunter Sennett's going to let one fly. It's a 9-point run now as that three-pointer is going to get Houlton back within 1. It's 31-30.
Big shot by Hunter coming off the bench here to start the second half. And, you know, he was open, didn't hesitate, stepped right into it and bang.
Here's Thomas, guarded by Sennett, who extends pressure. Pryor. Now to Nicholas. Bradbury lets one fly from straight on. Can't get it to go. Rebound taken away by Jaron Gentle. Sennett thought about it again. Has it. Top of the arc. Uses his dribble. John, you noted during that timeout, Houlton has put Keegan Gentle now more along the baseline, although right now he's going to line one up from downtown, front rim, no good. But that's a change coming from out of the locker room as they're trying to get him along the short corner maybe a little bit more and stop settling for the outside shots.
Yeah, get them down in the short corner. If the ball gets down there, defenses have the tendency to collapse, and it opens up a lot of other things for the offense against that zone.
Right now it's Central Rustic having a hard time getting the ball within the three-point area. Steal made by Calnan. Houlton has it. They've got a chance to try to take the lead back. Keegan Gentle hesitates, finds Solomon, baseline jumpers, good! Houlton's run continues. It's now an 11-0 run to start the third quarter, 32-31. Houlton's first lead in a while. Nicholas finds Thomas, lets it fly from deep, bit strong, rebound taken away by Solomon. The Shires seem to have woken up a little bit. Sennett lets it go, again he drains a three. It's now a 14-0 run. Central Rustic looks a little bit stunned at the moment. 35-31 is the score. Bradbury along the baseline working against Gentle, and going to be a blocking foul called against Keegan Gentle. Keegan saying, what did I do? He may or may not get the answer, as Drew Foley will check into the game. That is 2 fouls against Gentle. Kim Calnan will come out for the Shire Towners.
Right now, this 11-0 run that Houlton's on is sort of sparked by Hunter Sennett.
He's drained 2 threes. At halftime, it was 21-31. It's now 35-31 as Houlton's has scored all 14 points and reaching in and earning another possession on the tie-up. That's Jaron Gentle. Houlton had the arrow, so a chance to add to this 4-point lead. 3 minutes remaining. Now here in the third quarter, a third quarter that's been all Houlton. Keegan Gentle slows things down. Coach Brewer says, pull it out.
Okay, they've gone back to, CA's gone back to man-to-man here.
It's a one-on-one. Keegan Gentle against Braden Bradbury. Now Jaron Gentle, Hunter Sennett has been hot. Being inserted here into the starting lineup to start the second half. Finds Keegan Gentle. And Keegan's just going to lose it as he tried to make his way to the hoop. Perhaps some sweaty palms. He lost the basketball out of bounds.
So, the change of having Hunter in the game that opened up the outside here with a couple threes and having Keegan down the short corner has taken Central Rustic out of the 2-3 zone. They went back to man-to-man this last possession.
Thomas finds Nicholas. Nicholas gets a three from downtown. Exactly what the Panthers need. Gets them back to within one. Their first points here of the second half, 35-34. And a blocking foul is going to be called against Josh Thomas. Perhaps that's what Central Rustic needs to maybe calm things down. They had a great first half, John, but so far the first 6 minutes of the second half not really working their way, but we'll see if that changes the momentum.
And in a game like this, it's going to be a game of runs. You weren't going to think that Houlton was going to trail by 10 the entire game without trying to put a 6 or 8-0 run or, a 10-2 run together at some point in time. And so right now it's time for CA to respond after they had their run in the first half.
Keegan Gentle tried a fadeaway shot in the lane, couldn't get it to go. Back to go the other way. Thomas lines one up, can't get it to fall. Rebound taken away by Keegan Gentle. Keegan finds Hunter Sennett. Right side elbow, goes inside, Foley, power dribble. Up fake, gets himself 2 points, 37-34.
Now Houlton's trying to just use their size to get the ball inside and against this man-to-man defense.
And the ball's going to be lost, and the officials look at each other. It's going to be Houlton's basketball. Good pressure defense there by the Shires. Bradbury lost it out of bounds. Isaiah Gentle, Cam Callahan back into the game here for Houlton as Hunter Sennett, Drew Foley earned themselves a breather.
And Hunter came in this quarter and played a great quarter, gave them a lot of energy both offensively and defensively, and helped turn this thing around here for Houlton.
Solomon lines one up from beyond the arc, won't go. Gentle right there, finds Isaiah Gentle, dumps it off. Callahan, the open hoop. Nice unselfish play by Isaiah Gentle.
Yeah, one more pass to that open guy there on that left block and way to put it in and finish off the job there by Cam.
It's 39-34, under a minute left to go here in quarter number 3. Nicholas, Thomas, and it's going to be a foul called here against the Shire Towners. As that's going to go against Isaiah Gentle, just his first. Drew Foley back into the game here as Keegan Gentle will come out. 48.8 seconds left here on the clock. Keegan will make his way, taking the long way over to the bench. Inbound play comes in. Nicholas. Bradbury. Guarded by Solomon. Goes baseline. Gonna lose it. Jaron Gentle. Houlton's got a 3-on-1. Jaron Gentle finds Isaiah Gentle. Miscommunication is going to result in a turnover. And nowhere for Nicholas to go in the corner. Houlton comes away with it. Solomon's first shot won't go. Second shot as he stays with it. Up and in, 41-34. Houlton has a 7-point advantage with 20 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Here's Bradbury. We'll see if the Panthers decide to hold for the last shot. Bradbury goes between his legs. Got a 3-5, doesn't go. Houlton's going to have the last shot. Isaiah Gentle. Solomon down to 4 seconds. Back to Isaiah. Solomon. Foley puts it up. At the buzzer, he gets it to go. 43-34 is going to be the lead here for Houlton heading into the fourth quarter as they outscored Central Houston by a score 22-3. Just had to do some quick math. We'll take a 30-second break and bring it back for quarter number 4 just momentarily here on WHOU.
Tired of the same old boring meals? Try something new this week. TNT Takeout at 69 High Street in Houlton has what you're looking for.
And believe me, the name doesn't lie. The food is dynamite. Every pizza is loaded with lots of gooey cheese and delicious toppings, from traditional pepperoni to barbecue chicken combination to vegetarian pizza or all meat.
You can grab their specials or enjoy salads to food off the grill, Mexican seafood, and hot or cold subs. TNT Takeout, the convenience store that has it all.
Call 521-5250.
From kitchen excellence to building damage, owning your own restaurant comes with a lot of liabilities.
Among drivers, vehicles, and business property, there's a lot of exposure.
If our equipment fails, we know United Insurance has us covered.
For us, finding the right words for marketing campaigns is simple. Finding the right insurance is not. That's why it's nice to know United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
The United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
And Keegan had 2 that quarter as well, too, but seeing the others step up that quarter for this run here was nice for the Shire fans to see and get them back in the game.
So it was a 10-point lead for Central Houston going into the half. It's now a 9-point deficit. But a foul's going to be called just seconds here into the fourth quarter. It's going to go against number 10. That's Hunter Sennett picking up his first. Team's fourth. And I'm going to say that Ethan Pryor is shooting. Coach Tim Brewer is not happy about that. Either way, Ethan Pryor is going to be at the free throw line. First free throw is going to be up and good for Pryor. Pryor's got another free throw coming his way. He drains the pair. So it's 43-36. Panthers have cut things down to 7. Keegan Gentle with it. Keegan finds Jaron Gentle. Floater from the free throw line won't go. Offensive board though by Foley. Nice footwork by Drew Foley in along the left block. Lays it up and in. 45-36 is your score.
So right now, Houlton's getting those offensive rebounds. They're getting the 50-50 balls. And we got a steal here by Keegan.
Splits 2 defenders, and a blocking foul will be called as Gentle split 2 Panthers. And he'll go to the free throw line coming up as the foul's going to go against number 24. That's Ethan Pryor, his second foul. It's going to give a chance for Malachi Fitzherbert to check back into the game for Central Rustic as Gentle will make the first free throw. Caleb Solomon back in. And we'll remind you that the injury report is brought to you by County PT. Whether you want to get back to sports, back to work, or simply back to living your life, County Physical Therapy can help. Visit one of their 5 convenient locations or online at countypt.com. As Keegan Gentle just makes 1 of 2. Houlton keeps possession with an offensive board, and Gentle elevates, drains a 17-footer. It's a 12-point lead here for Houlton, 48-36. It's Herbert, blocked by Gentle. That'll get some of the student section up on their feet. Houlton on the fast break. Cam Callahan finds Jaron Gentle, lines one up. Can't get it to go. Rebound though. Solomon in the lane, and a reaching foul will be called here against Central Rustic. It's Houlton this time, John, earning the extra possessions with the offensive boards.
Yeah, so both teams sort of did a flip from what it was in the first half now to the second half. And, you know, the teams that are sort of controlling the pace are getting those 50-50 balls, those extra possessions here are the teams that have been taking the team that's taking the lead in each half.
As our buddy Rob Moran would say, Uncle Mo.
Yeah.
Talking about momentum, as Solomon can't get the first free throw to fall, but if you just need to know about the power of momentum, particularly when you're working with kids, this game will, I guess, give you all the evidence you need. As it was Central Aroostook with all of the momentum in the first half, and Houlton just looked completely out of sorts. And you're right, it's just the opposite of that here in the second half so far. Central Aroostook having a hard time to buy a hoop. Only 5 points here so far in the second half. Houlton on a tear as they make that free throw. It's now a 13-point lead. They have outscored Central Aroostook by 23 points so far here in the first 9 minutes of the second half. Bradbury goes baseline, finds Pryor. Pryor gets by his defender, blocked by Callahan. Carvel's going to be blocked. Solomon and Callahan both there to alter the shot. Thomas lines one up. He can't get the three-pointer to go. Central Aroostook with a couple cracks at it. Houlton defending the interior. Gentle. Step back three, won't go. Right there is Callahan. Maybe passed up a look, and it's going to be a backcourt violation, I believe. You see Bradbury down on the floor, and he's writhing in pain, and that's not what you like to see, as the young man hopefully just had his wind knocked out of him, as he needs a minute.
You know, that was two big bodies with him and Callahan there diving and hustling for that loose ball there.
And again, Bradbury's a tough kid, so you know if he's down on the floor, he certainly needs a minute here. The official's checking on him. Drew Belmain will come into the game. Bradbury looks like he's going to be okay.
And that's a great sign right there.
And he's got to stay in the game as Nicholas will go to the bench. So Central Aroostook with the basketball. 6:13 now remaining here in regulation. 49-36 Houlton. Thomas out around the arc, guarded by Sennett. Now a switch. It's Bradbury who sent it in the shorts. And the ball's going to go out of bounds. Low pass by Bradbury. Pryor could not collect it, and Coach Jason Woodworth is going to ask for another timeout. There's 5:57 remaining here in the fourth quarter. No indications yet. Looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll take it as well. Back in 30 here on WHOU.
It's full.
White Smiles Family Dentistry realizes that life gets busy. We have locations in Presque Isle and Fort Fairfield to better accommodate your busy schedule. If you need to see a dentist but don't want to wait months for an appointment, then call White Smiles Family Dentistry. We are always accepting new patients and can accommodate you as quickly as possible. We offer the area's most complete dentistry, including implants, extractions, root canals, and implant-retained dentures, which saves you from trips downstate or transfers to another dental office. Don't wait months to see your dentist. Call White Smiles Family Dentistry today.
From Tweedy, John Solomon back from Alumni Gymnasium. And John, we're back just a little early as after we took it to the break. Coach Woodworth found out he didn't have any more 30-second timeouts, so it was a 60, but that'll give us a chance to kind of talk about, so far how this game has unfolded.
It's who controls the pace. That's what it's come down here tonight. CA was getting all those 50-50 balls and the offensive rebounds in the first half, and now it's turned into Houlton's favor at this half. So, good timeout, I think, here by Coach Woodward to try to settle his kids down. It's a 13-point lead for Houlton, but it doesn't mean that they can't overcome this. So, just like what Houlton started out with, one possession at a time defensively, let's see what CA is going to do. They have a little bit of full court press right now.
Houlton has outscored Central Aroostook 28-5 so far here in the second half. Houlton's going to look to perhaps slow things down just a little bit, or at least get the play that they want, as Keegan Gentle is being guarded, and a reach-in foul is going to be called against Cody McCrum. That'll be his first foul. 5 team fouls now against Central Aroostook. Caleb Solomon will look to come inbound the ball here for Houlton.
Right now they're in a little bit of a half-court trap.
Central Aroostook maybe trying to speed things up a little bit. Jaron Gentle finds Keegan Gentle. Keegan finds Sennett. He's already hit one from downtown that spot. Keegan needs help, finds Sennett, goes baseline, he's in no man's land. Dishes it off, and Central Aroostook's going to bail out Cam Callahan. It looked like he had nowhere to go. He'd used up his dribble, but a reach-in foul is going to be called. That's going to be number 22. That's Drew Belmain. That's Team foul number 6 here in the second half for Central Rustic. So after this is a good inbound play comes in. Jaron Gentle, though, had to double pump and couldn't get a shot to go. Keegan Gentle right there, though, for the and one circus shot. That's team foul number 7. So Keegan Gentle with a chance to complete the three-point play. 5:06 remaining in regulation.
You know, right now, Houlton's doing a good job with the trap. They're not forcing anything. They're trying to move the ball around as much as possible and force them to chase. You know, right now in the game of basketball, the ball moves faster than the player. So as long as they're doing that and forcing these traps and zones to move, they're going to get some open shots with it.
We're going to see Thomas and Nicholas coming back into the game as Central Rustic will have the basketball. Something good-natured between Coach Tim Brewer and Steve Clark, the official right in front of him, as they're having a good chuckle about something on the sidelines. Central Rustic able to break pressure. Stetson having to check, making sure he wasn't out of bounds. He throws it off the foot of Jaron Gentle over along the other side. So Central Rustic will retain possession. But now they find themselves trailing by 16. With under 5 minutes remaining here in the game. As Pryor, guarded by Sennett, finds Thomas. Lets it go from deep. That was front iron. Rebound taken away by Cam Callahan. Coach Brewer tells his team to push. Gentle. Callahan. To Jaron Gentle. Up fakes. Gets the shot he wants. Can't get it to go. Keegan Gentle right there, though, with the offensive board. Another chance here for Houlton. Keegan Gentle. Working against Bradbury. Shot's going to be up, no good, and Nicholas dives to the floor. He's going to get another possession here for the Panthers. Carville going back the other way, and a blocking foul is going to be called. See if they call it on the floor or on the shot. It's no indication just yet, but.
You know, right there, that was sort of a possession that Central Rustic needed right there. They got to stop and then get back to the other end. Now we'll get to shoot 2 free throws with the time stopped.
Before we get a chance to do that, Coach Tim Brewer wants to take a timeout. 4:08 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Back in 60 seconds on WHOU.
For drivers from Patton to Bangor and everywhere in between, buying from Thornton Brothers is a rewarding experience.
If you're looking for a new Ram pickup, Thornton Brothers is definitely the dealership you want to visit.
Enjoy Employee Pricing Plus on select new 2019 and 2020 Ram trucks at the Big Finish event at Thornton Brothers. Thornton Brothers in Lincoln, your hometown dealer, wherever your hometown may be.
We all know Aroostook County winter isn't much fun, but it can be with the right equipment. Houlton Tire Company at 76 Myrna Street is your boss plow dealer and carries the King of Snow Aaron snowblowers. Full service department with parts in stock.
Steelstone Industries in Houlton is your location for gravel, salt, sand, paving, and plowing. Groundwork materials of all kinds and equipment to move it. We now offer heavy equipment and truck repair at our shop on 289 Station Road in New Limerick. Call Steelstone Industries at 532-2675.
Back at Alumni Gymnasium at Houlton High School, and while we were in break, it was decided that it's going to be a shooting foul. So Jacob Carville is going to be at the line. And he's able to make the first free throw for Central Rustic, making it 52-37. Carville with another free throw coming his way, and the second shot is just as good. That will get Central Rustic back within 14, and John, that's a way for them to dig back into the game with the clock stopped.
Just, you know, good job getting the stop prior to that before the timeout and getting to the line. As I said, the clock stopped. Now it's Houlton just moving the ball around against their man-to-man trap.
Keegan Gentle, and a blocking foul is going to be called as a couple players came together in the lane. That's one of those calls, could have gone either way. Bang, bang type play.
And it's one of those calls that gets interesting here in the gym because half the crowd sees it one way, the other half sees it the other way.
That's exactly right. No matter what, somebody who's going to be unhappy. These poor officials sometimes can't win, as there is some sweat on the floor. Houlton Athletic Director Bruce Nason will come out and mop that up. There's 3:51 remaining here in regulation. If you're joining us late, this was a 10-point Central Rustic lead at the half. Right now, Houlton has a 14-point advantage, so With my limited math skills, I'd say Houlton has outscored Central Aroostook by 24 points here in the second half. Don't make fun of me, John.
Oh, yes, they have.
Can you confirm that for me?
Yes, I can.
All right. You make me feel better.
Good.
Free throw by Keegan Channel is going to be well short.
And we got a violation.
Yep. And I was going to say it's a double violation is what took place there. So with that, it's a jump ball, and Houlton's got the arrow. So I just learned something new.
Yeah.
Keegan Gentle along the baseline. Caleb Solomon lets it go. Three-part way down, rims out. Rebound taken away by Bradbury. Braden Bradbury to Pryor. Gets the ball over midcourt. Shot's going to be launched up. It's going to be Haynes making a three. A much-needed shot as Lucas Haynes comes in and makes a shot. Actually, I think they've got that wrong up there, John. And I'm going to double-check here with the Central Aroostook fan when we get a chance. That might be Zaylen Johnson. Either way, Houlton with an empty trip that time. Central Aroostook looking to push. Thomas lets it go from downtown. No good. Carville tips it out. Bradbury. Carville launches it up. Would have been a big momentum shot. Instead, it's off the mark, and the official says there's a foul, and they're going to walk the other way for a 1-and-1. So,
So it looks like Caleb Solomon's going to the line for the 1-on-1.
So we're just going to make sure we got the name right of the young man. And that is Haynes. So we had that right in one place, John, and wrong in another. The scoreboard and the program don't match up. Either way, missed free throw on the front end of the 1-and-1. And Houlton's going to keep possession. Jaron Gentle finds Hunter Sennett. Now to Caleb Solomon. 2:45 remaining here on the clock. Jaron Gentle. I want to credit Chuck Fitzherbert sitting next to me for helping us out with Mr. Haynes' name. While Houlton moves the ball out along the perimeter, trying to kill some clock.
Yep, right now it looks like Houlton's in their triangle offense here, just trying to kill some clock.
May look for a backdoor cut off this, and away from the ball, there's going to be a foul occur. And that's going to be whistled in against Josh Thomas. And that's double bonus here, as that's now 10 fouls against Central Aroostook. So Hunter Sennett will go to the line here for 2 free throws for Houlton. 2:26 remaining. The score's 52-41. Sennett with a chance to add to this 11-point advantage for the Shires. His first free throw is up, and a violation is going to be called against Houlton. So that first free throw is negated. Hunter's second free throw is up. And that one is cleanly through, making it 53-41. Central Aroostook down by a dozen. They have the basketball. They're going to have to try to score in a hurry. Pryor. Carville. Working against Solomon. Spin move. Carville in the lane. Elevates. Nowhere to go. Ball's on the floor. Solomon picks it up. Outlet pass. 2-on-1. It's Calnan, and a blocking foul is going to be called. As they're going to say Haynes came in just a little bit too late. Perhaps bailed out Calnan as he went up with probably not an idea exactly what he wanted to do with it, but no question about it, the defender slid in late, John.
Well, the defender slid in late, but what really got him is that he turned his body to embrace the contact. If he had just stayed straight and just took it straight on with his chest instead of turning to the side, he probably would have got the charge.
I got to admit, if I'm the young man, I don't know if I'm going to stay square on Cam Calnan
Yes.
if he's coming at me with a head of steam.
Yes.
I'll just be honest.
Yeah, but those are the tough ones, though. He was there, and, he was in position, but it's just a little coaching tip that these kids sort of have to work on as well, too.
2 missed free throws for Calnan. Keep it a 12-point game, 53-41. 2 minutes left on the clock, and now a steal by Calnan. Keegan Gentle now. Houlton will look to perhaps slow it up, and a foul's going to be committed by Ethan Pryor trying to stop the clock. That'll send Keegan Gentle to the line for 2 free throws. And that is foul number 4 against Pryor.
And, we talked about this early in our pregame show, and as we get later on into the season, right now, Houlton's doing a good job of trying to kill the clock. They're getting sent to the free throw line. But, you know, they've got to start making the free throws here right now. Right now, this half, or actually this quarter alone, they are 4 for 11 at the free throw line this quarter. So, you know, I know that's something they had a great job of working back and getting back this lead, but I'm sure Coach Brewer will have something to talk to them about here with these games get tighter here in December and January.
You want to compete against the upper echelon teams. You got to be able to hit your free throws. A reach and foul is going to be called against Keegan Gentle. That's foul number 6 against the Shires. They'll stop the clock at 1:48. And Hunter Sennett will come into the game for Keegan Gentle. It's 54-41. And now it's going to be a steal by Cameron Callahan, and then a reach and foul very quickly by Jacob Carville. Well, no, I was wrong. I think after the steal, perhaps Callahan must have stepped on the sideline. So, Central Aristic's going to have possession. And blocking foul is going to be whistled against Jaron Gentle. So that'll result in a 1-and-1 free throw coming up as Ethan Pryor will step to the line. I'll remind you at the conclusion of this game, we will have the Pat's Pizza post-game show. Don't go too far, as John will make his way down to the floor at that point and find himself a post-game guest. As a free throw for Pryor. Front end is good, so he's earned himself another coming up here. We'll also recap this game, and we will talk about what we've got coming up here on WHRU in the next several days. Pryor makes a pair. Solomon gets the inbound pass into Callahan, and Bradbury is going to commit the foul. So we'll see Kim Callahan going right back to the line where he just went 0 for 2. Callahan, though, with a pretty good second half. You know, John, he's the type of player, I know we say it on here quite a bit, the things he does don't always show up in the box score. They do in some box scores, but just maybe not in the ones, the brief ones in the newspaper or whatever else. It's not the type of kid that's going to score much more than 10 points or so a game. It's the getting on the floor, it's the offensive rebounds, it's the taking a charge, it's a couple blocks, it's those sorts of things.
You know, he's that hustle stat guy, and one of the things that Cam does a great job at is tip balls, especially defensively. You don't really get credit in the stat book for that, but he's so active defensively that he gets his hands on a lot of balls and deflects a lot of things as well, too.
He missed a pair there as Bradbury going back the other way, left his shot short, and a reach-in foul will be called. Carville was hoping it to be a tie-up, but it's not, so they'll just walk back in the other direction with Houlton leading by 11. The clock is stopped at 1:26 now. Carville picked up his third personal. And Drew Foley with 2 free throws coming up. If nothing else for Houlton, John, this is a good chance to work on your free throws while you're tired.
Yes.
Because they've got a big game coming up this weekend against Ellsworth. Ellsworth expected to be one of the top teams in Class B, really one of the top teams across the state. As they returned all 5 starters, I believe, from a team last year that took Caribou right to the brink. Caribou, of course, ended up winning the state championship, so you got to consider Ellsworth one of the top teams in Class B, as Foley's able to make 1 of 2.
And, you know, playing in Class B for the Shires this year, there's really no nights off. You know, they've got to come and bring that intensity and that work ethic every single night. So even with the score the way it is, they can't really play the scoreboard in a game like today.
Carville made a nice play to get to the hoop, couldn't get the layup to go. Central Aroostook kept possession. And while Bradbury left a 3 short, it was rebounded by Lucas Haynes, and he was fouled. So he'll go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1 here. 18 fouls now against Houlton. That was personal foul number 3 on Jaron Gentle as Haynes rattles home the first free throw. Stranger things have happened, John. It's 55-44, 1:10 left on the clock, so 70 seconds remaining. The made free throw here, but it's not. Would have cut it to 10, instead it's 11, and not wasting any time. Central Aroostook will commit the foul, and Drew Foley will go to the free throw line.
You know, both of these teams have fought hard tonight. They've competed at a very high level, which is great to see in these high school games as well, too.
Our good buddy Steve Carmichael was, I know, listening at least earlier. Not sure if he still is, but might have to slide him a $5 or $10 bill and see if we can go call the game up in Central Aroostook, as the rematch in this one should be a good game.
Yes.
This one was a good contest here tonight. Foley. This is the first and gets the friendly fall on the second, so he makes one of two. Maybe we can find a trade-off somewhere along the line for Steve and Bobby as Braden Bradbury on the cut, gets the hoop to go. Houlton also committed a foul. That's a chance for Arnold. Just a little bit closer, or a chance to go a little bit closer. It's 56-46. 59 seconds on the clock, and we're going to see Braden Bradbury with a chance to cut things down to single digits. Now free throw goes. 56-47.
And I know we talked a lot about free throws here this quarter. You know, and looking at Central Aroostook, they are 8 for 9 this quarter at the free throw line. And, you know, and that sort of helped them climb back into this game here,
Sure
even though
has.
with a minute left in the game.
Again, not much time going off the clock. Central Aroostook commits a very quick foul. Hunter Sennett at the free throw line. Carries that one, nothing but net. Makes it 57-47. Thomas picked up his third personal. Sennett makes a pair. Houlton up by 11. Houlton, okay with giving up hoops. They just don't want a foul to stop the clock. As Carville, turnaround shot, no good. Callahan with the rebound. And the Panthers going to look to commit the foul, so reaching foul will occur. So again, they'll stop the clock. 43.4 seconds now remaining. So 2 free throws coming up for Cam Callahan. That'll give us a chance to tell you what we've got on tap tomorrow night here on WHOU. We're going to be right back here at Alumni Gymnasium. It's the Caribou Vikings coach Kayla Richards and her club playing pretty good basketball so far here in the early season. They're going to make the trip to the Shire Town. They'll take on the Houlton girls with a record of 2-2. That game is at 7 o'clock. And then tomorrow night as well at 7, it's going to be Madawaska Fort Kent boys, a rivalry game. That'll take place in Fort Kent, that game as well at 7 p.m. And our friends that work for WFK TV and WHOU up in the valley will have that game as well. So make sure you tune in, as 2 pretty good games coming up tomorrow night. Callahan cannot get the free throw to go. It's a 12-point game, 59-47. Bradbury up fakes. Can't get the layup to go, and the ball will go out of bounds. Houlton will have it. 33.5 seconds now left on the clock. And so, we'll see if Central Aroostook, who's now getting a few substitutes into the game, if they're going to continue to foul or maybe throw up the white flag and live to fight another day. Down play comes in. Isaiah Gentle turns it over. Shot's going to be put up and in. Belmain gets a shot to go, makes it 59-49. 20 seconds now remain. Hunter Sennett stops at the free throw line, dumps it off. Nolan Hodgkins, he can't get the shot to go. Fitzherbert did a good job coming in and knocking the ball away. Houlton will retain possession with 17 seconds now left. Inbound play comes in. Moody finds Hodgkin, turnaround shot, no good. Rebound taken away. Central Aroostook, 10 seconds. Haynes lets one fly, no good. Rebound taken down by McCrum. Picks it back out. Shot's going to be put up. It's going to be off the mark. And that is going to conclude this contest. It's a 59-49 win for the Houlton Shires. They used a big second half. They picked up the 10-point victory. Don't go anywhere. Coming up shortly, we're going to have the Pat's Pizza post-game show. John's going to make his way down to the court. He'll find a guest. We will be back here in about 1 minute on WHOU.
At the Maine Baseball Academy, our top priority is to create an experience of advanced learning and skill development for all ages. The YMCA indoor turf facility has many resources that we use to our advantage while developing young athletes. Our top-tier coaching staff includes Director of Operations Ryan Lincoln and John Fry, Searsport District High School, Cody Collins, Bangor Christian Schools, and Cam Archer, Old Town High School. Follow us on Facebook at Maine Baseball Academy or call today for more information.
This is Neil. Can I help you? You're where? I'll be right there. What'd you guys do?
Giving steals!
That's all you did?
Yes!
There's nothing wrong with that. I guess there is something wrong with giving away steals.
Still, this 2016 CRV SC, now only $17,995.
I don't know why.
They were good steals.
We are back here live at Alumni Gymnasium where the final score was 59-49. Houlton using an impressive second half. They outscored Central Aroostook by 20 points in the second half. John's made his way down to the court. He's got a Pat's Pizza post-game guest.
All right, I'm here with Hunter Sennett. He's Pat's Pizza player of the game here. Hunter, you came in the second half of the game. You started the second half and sort of sparked the team here defensively and offensively with your 6 points to lead us. What was Coach Brewer's message to you guys at halftime?
He basically told us that we came out soft on defense and we need to pick up our intensity and be more active.
You know, and for a kid like you seem like you had the most minutes that you've had all season here tonight. How have you been able to keep yourself ready for that time when your number was called here to come in and be able to contribute from not playing so much in the previous games?
Just to keep working harder as we go.
All right. Well, big win for you guys tonight. Good job. You are a Pat's Pizza player of the game. Back to you, Tim.
All right, thanks a lot, John. As this, it was a good game for Hunter Sennett. He was part of the key here in the second half for Houlton as they used a big run. They trailed by 10 at halftime and were able to pick up the 10-point victory, 59-49. It was a tale of two halves in this game. It was all Central Aroostook in the first half and all Houlton in the second half as really kind of brought the intensity up and were able to force some turnovers and get Central Aroostook a little bit out of sync. And a game we are anticipating to be a pretty good rematch later on in this season up at Central Aroostook. And John, I'll give you a couple minutes to go ahead and total up the scores as you were down courtside talking to Hunter. I'll remind you just once again, tomorrow night on WHOU, the Caribou girls making the trip to Houlton. That's a 7 p.m. start, and Madawaska at Fort Kent boys. And that game also a 7 o'clock start. So as you have all season long, please continue to tune in here on WHOU as we'll have some pretty exciting action tomorrow night. And it'll be, it's very early in the season, but one thing that, we'll have to pay attention to, John, is for Central Aroostook, that's their first loss, but we expect all season long. This is probably going to be, I think when you look at their schedule, perhaps their toughest game of the season coming here to Houlton. And so we'll see what that does for them. They came into tonight's game the number 3 seed in Class C, but such a long way to go. This is only their third game, Let me turn you up here, sorry.
Oh. And this is a team here with Central Aroostook. If they continue to play with that effort and that intensity that they had, especially in the first half,
right,
they're going to be a hard out for teams in the tournament here come February vacation. They've done a good job, it said, with the pressure in the first half, but I think sort of Houlton's size wore them down there in the second half there, and they're not going to see that size pretty much throughout the season in Class C.
Central Aroostook going forward will need more than 4 field goals, though, in the second half of games as they want to make sure that they contend, as they hope to do all season long. And I'm not sure if I've given you enough time to run down through the scoring, but if you've had a chance.
Well, this is what I have right here for scoring. For Houlton, I had Hunter Sennett with 9 big points here in the second half. I had Keegan Gentle with 22, Cam Callahan with 4, Caleb Solomon had 7, Jaron Gentle had 8, and Jaron Gentle had 8, and Drew Foley had 8 as well too. And for Central Aroostook, I had Drew Bellin with 2, Braden Bradbury with 12, Jacob Carvel with 10, Ethan Pryor with 12, Stephen Nichols had 3, Josh Thomas had 6, and Lucas Haynes with 4 to close out the scoring for Central Aroostook.
John, I want to thank you for helping us out tonight. I'm sure we'll do it again this season. Can't steal you tomorrow night. You'll be on the bench trying to help the Houlton girls as they take on Caribou, but I really appreciate you coming in and helping us out with the broadcast.
Well, thank you. It was a lot of fun. We'll look forward to doing it again this winter.
We certainly will. And we want to thank all the crew for helping make this broadcast possible. For Marco Almonte running the production, Lori Susi on the camera, Aiden Johnson doing a great job on the board all night long, and John Solomon on the color here tonight. I'm Tim Tweedy. We want to thank you for tuning into this broadcast here on WHOU. And again, tune in tomorrow night. We'll have Houlton and Caribou at 6:45. Final score here tonight from Lime Gymnasium. Houlton 59 and Central Aroostook Boys 49. The Shires picking up the big victory. See you tomorrow night, everyone.